Okay, so we live now, guys. My fault, my fault. But yeah, it's your boy BG Tech Life, and I'm here with my man RP3. Is iPhone 15 day. What's going on with you, Rob?
Not much. What's going on with you, man? Appreciate it.
And not much. Just looking at all these pictures, seeing all the hype based around this damn iPhone, seeing these ridiculous lines that's at these Apple stores. Like it's a real it really this I think this was like one of the biggest releases ever. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we the past couple years, iPhone release day ain't been looking like this. It was looking a little wild out there, honestly.
I think people was looking to upgrade some much older phones because a lot of Apple people out there they keep their phones a little longer than, let's say, an average Android user. I
Yeah.
know there's some Apple people who got the iPhone 8s and 9. They don't want to give up their thumb, the biometric using the
Oh
thumb.
yeah, they don't like the Face ID.
Yeah. So and maybe because I had a cousin that was like that, and she at least got up to upgraded to a 12. She went from like an 8 to a 12.
I know people like that. For real, honestly, I got aunt like that. Like she don't want to move on from the 7 Plus. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because she don't trust the Face ID. Like they gonna come get her for a whole charge or something. For real. But
Hey, but
go-
Apple, I guess um, you remember in the news when Apple was being accused of running everybody's batteries down to quote unquote force people into buying new iPhones, and they got sued.
right.
Yeah, so maybe that's why, but I don't know, man. The Apple people, to me, man, it just they they're a cultish bunch to me. They ride with an iPhone though till the wheels fall off. But
And I say that too loud. That's like the Apple fanboys is kind of like Beyonce and the Beehive. They'll come get you for real. They'll definitely come get you if you don't they don't like what you saying about that, you know what I mean?
right,
They'll definitely come for you. But
for sure, for sure, for sure. But yeah, you say all the lines out front and everything. Like I said, man, I just think like I said earlier, these are a lot of people may have older models, and it was just time for them to update.
yo, I didn't I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect this launch to be like this, the iPhone 15s. I didn't expect it to be this much like hype and this
Hmm.
people just excited as they was, because even like with the iPhone 14 coming out, when the Pro came out with the dynamic island,
Right,
it was popular, but I didn't expect just be the type C. I don't know if I'm not gonna say accredited to the type C. Maybe it was just time for a lot of people. Maybe a lot of people was holding on, but
yeah,
I just didn't expect like these lines at the stores and stuff like that, because there's been a couple times when I went to go get iPhones and I went out there on release day, and it wasn't like it was today. And I didn't expect all of this commotion. Like just damn near everybody and their mama got an iPhone 15 Pro Max, damn near. And I kind of like damn, like kind of like felt like I missed out a little bit. I was like, shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how
right,
you be like, oh no, I ain't doing that. I ain't worried about that. Then it come time and everybody's just so excited, and
right.
everybody's waiting for UPS, and everybody's going to the Apple store. I'm like, shit. I'm like, damn, well, I still
And
love
this,
my iPhone 14 Pro.
right, and this, in a lot of ways, I heard somebody said this is the 15 is like literally a S version. If you think about it, it ain't really too much of a significant jump, but it's almost considered to be this would be the year you would normally launch like the 14S if they were still doing that. You know how they would do
Yeah,
14, then the S, and then start the new
I remember
number
that.
over. But
That shit crazy. I'm
yeah,
like,
but
it's go ahead.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I just didn't. I mean, I think the probably the biggest thing for me, honestly, because I'm past the point. Like I'm past the point of it's just gotta be like kind of like almost like a vibe for me when I buy a phone or feeling like type deal because basically all these phones gonna do what you need them to do at this point. Like
Right.
if you spending over $800-900 on the phone, everything gonna do what you needed to do. So it's just like a vibe. I will say, um, I was a little turned off by the colors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm a big Ravens fan, so having that deep purple iPhone that go right along with the Ravens gear. So I'm like, man, I'm not ready to go for, it just was like everything just looked real plain Janish to me in the pictures. Now I don't now maybe when I see it in person, it'll hit harder. And then maybe then it'll be really on my mind if I see it in person, like, God damn, that should look better than I thought it was.
Yeah. Everybody like the two colors that is getting a lot of rave reviews that kind of surprised me was Android stuff really was hyping up
Right.
the white one, and then that natural. I heard that
Oh yeah.
natural one. Everybody feel, and that's the one I pre-ordered, but that natural one is looking good. And then
That
they say the black is so.
I'm gonna
And
go. I I seen I know the blue. They say the blue looks horrible after you use it in your hands. It's like they said the titanium and the paint don't mix or some shit.
hmm
And but that I mean the silver titanium in the right light, in the right different type of picture, it do hit hard. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
right.
if you don't take the picture in the right light, it look plain. It's like you know what I'm saying. Like it's fuck. Like if you lined up the iPhone 11 through the 4 through the 15, bro, it's
hmm
kind of like what you know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing here? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Literally, like you know what I'm saying.
right.
But we got somebody. Go
You
ahead.
might have the biggest. You might have some way more improved cameras than you normally would have in recent time,
Yeah.
but they really did a bad job at the colors.
Yeah, we got an iPhone. We got an iPhone aficionado here. It's funny that his name is Android Stud. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Oh
Tim.
shit, I ain't even take it to the comments. We don't got nobody in the comments.
Look at Stud.
Comments
All
dry
right,
as
Tim.
AF.
All right, Tim. I'll talk to you later. Peppertino. All right, I'll be there. I Justine gonna be there. And who? All right, I'll be there. I bet. Sorry about that, man. That's Tim.
Timmy Apple had you. He had your ear.
Timmy's like, how'd you like the white titanium?
So you converted. You converted you are now a Apple fanboy. You
Yeah,
This
man.
the
converted.
time of the
I
year
can't
where he
find a
does
SIM card
a
tray in
name
this thing,
change.
man.
You
But
can't.
hey,
Oh
this the
shit.
time of the year where you kind of change your name a little bit.
Apple Stud,
Apple
Tech
stud,
Stud.
apple
Yeah.
strudel.
Apple strudel.
You do both.
What's
Buy
happening?
Stud.
He a buy stud.
Yeah, you want to see this? Check this out.
Yeah, you got both of them.
Tensor.
Tensor A17 Pro. I know that
Hey,
A17 Pro is no joke.
that
Like what
that
I want
bionic,
to,
you mean?
yeah, that A17 Bionic. I know it's still Pro on there, right?
Yeah.
It's Pro
yeah,
somewhere in the name.
A17 Pro.
And to get Pro, you got to get Pro Motion to get 120 hertz. And I realized that. I'm
Slow
like,
motion.
yo, bruh, I realize like all this arguing people do about 60 hertz and 120 hertz. It's like, bruh, Apple told y'all motherfuckers, you gotta buy a pro phone. Look, we calling 120 hertz. We don't call it 120 hertz. We call it pro motion. We don't you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's only for the pro. There's the motion that you get on the pro. You know what I'm saying?
What was the
For
one?
sure.
What was the one iPhone that their screen was a little? Was it the XR, 10R, whatever?
Might have been.
It was like 700. I don't know. I forget, but it was
Yeah, it was that 10R. It was the
that
one where they
screen
had
was
it.
Yeah,
that screen was jelly booty, bro.
And then the phone was 5.8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trying to sell you a 5.8-inch phone as a
Yeah,
pro.
that was rough. But at the end of the day, most people everybody's just gonna. I mean, when I was in the Apple store today, I saw people picking up the Pro, the Pro Max, the Plus, the regular 15. People were just buying whatever. So
Everything.
yeah, I mean they
Buying AirPods. Mom was buying AirPods. That only thing that changed was the lightning. That's it.
yeah. I'm
Like,
thinking you already had that. You already and then most people wireless charge those. So I'm like, yeah, I don't that if like it was the AirPod 3s with some kind of new futuristic design or something, then you got something. But
hell no. Apple said we just gonna change it up just to get on y'all nerves.
yeah, they're like, we're gonna do the
That shit crazy. Um,
Yeah. What do you think of the color selection this year, Android? I mean, Leo.
for
Apple's good.
the for
Apple's
the
good.
for the regular
For the
the
pro,
15s
for
or the pro models.
the pro models and the 15 ones, the regular ones, they're trying to go for the kids with those. But what about the pro models?
Well, before I saw them in person, I thought they were like very executive, like very professional colors, like
Hmm.
but seeing them in person, the white is really nice. I like that one the best. The natural is nice just because it just looks like damn piece of stainless steel.
Hmm.
The black is awful looking. It's
Wow.
just yeah, I didn't like the black at all. The blue is okay, but the blue looks black. So,
You better off with the blue
I'm
if you want
okay
a
with the
dark color.
colors. It's just I thought that maybe they should have put in something that was a little more um
Like a
stand
forest
out a little more.
green.
Maybe one of them could pop, but
Yeah. Maybe they should
and
have did a forest green
yeah,
or something like that.
I have no idea what they were thinking with the 15 and the 15 plus because those colors look very
Pastel.
um yeah, like for kids, you almost like.
Yeah.
Yeah, see
It
that's
ain't
that
hitting
deep
hard
purple,
like
bro. That's
that.
smoke on the
Yeah,
water right there, bro.
it ain't hitting hard like that. You know what I
No,
mean?
man.
But I I just that's one of the things that kind of like I wasn't I like today. Best believe, like, bruh, I was sitting in here like, damn, like I should have got me a damn iPhone just because of all the hype and just all the excitement of a phone release. But that was one of the things when they first initially came out that I wasn't rocking with the colors. But Scales and
Yeah.
More said, yeah, I have never plugged in my AirPods. I only charged them wirelessly with my MagSafe battery pack. And I'm kind of like I'm in the same I'm in the same boat with my AirPods and my iPhone. One thing about me is I use MagSafe for my iPhone, so I don't plug my iPhone in at all with a lightning cable because I just charge it up with
Wow.
MagSafe for my nightstand. Then at the same time, I record my videos and just airdrop them straight to my iPad and edit. So it's like some of the new stuff really didn't excite me because it's like like my flow is my flow. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
sometimes
Right.
it's cool to have other ways to do things and stuff like that. Also, it's a lot of ways that you can get from A to B, but whatever is like the most comfortable and it seems like you just got the most dialed in, you just stick with it. I think that's what helped me kind of stay consistent in whatever I do. So it's like it really like it was changes for sure. You know what I'm saying? It was bumps up in performance, cameras, all that. But it was like did this really affect what I do? Because I literally like my battery health on my iPhone 14 Pro is 100%. That's how much I don't use the thing, except for the record case videos, basically. And sometimes I'll take a picture of it. But I said to myself, I'm now that we're on iOS 17, I had my iPad out, I updated that, updated my iPhone. I said I'm gonna become an iOS 17 expert. And then when I really dive into iOS like I'm in the Android, I'm gonna go ahead and get the 15. Cause it's like the upgraded phone that just basically like just sits all day. Except for when I get, you know what I'm saying? So I get some cases in the mail. It was like, I don't know. But then I was like, today I was a little salty. I'm like, damn, everybody got this new shit. Damn.
Well, my experience pre-ordering kind of threw me off. I got a nice little pre-order story. I'm over here doing the pre-order with everybody else, and when you go through the whole setup, you see your mailing date and all of that, what have you, and every time I kept hitting, to end the process, it just kept the little icon just kept spinning around. I thought maybe my internet went out. I thought it was some issues with my card. I mean, I think I spent like literally 10 minutes trying to figure out why won't accept the payment. And I finally realized I remember somebody on a phone call I had years ago saying maybe don't use Chrome to do your pre-order. And that's what I did. I turned off the Chrome. So I had to erase the old order. So I made sure I'm not ordering. I didn't, if I would have turned on Safari, I didn't want to have two phones show up. But clear the order off, turned on Safari and did it. But the only messed up part was my original early date got pushed back a week.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So
Yo,
I got it done through Safari, but if I would have done it through Safari, I probably would have had mine today.
Apple is getting worse with I'm gonna call it. I ain't gonna call it inclusivity because they not including people. They excluding people because I've noticed, like, if you notice, everything on iOS 17 is all iPhone to iPhone features. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Right.
not. It's not like it's not any features that are just for the phone or just anything you could do outside of the Apple ecosystem. Basically, the iOS 17 is to lock you in more and pressure people that don't have iPhones to come in. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
way that you bump the phones for contacts, FaceTime voicemails, like that's on, like, bruh, like y'all is blatant now. And I was just thinking, bruh, the craziest thing happened to me the other day. Like I recorded a video, so I'm about to do the thumbnail. So I just had my iPhone handy, so I snapped two quick pictures. To I snapped two quick pictures just to for the thumbnail or whatever. So I send the pictures to my phone because I be put my thumbnails together on my phone on Canva. So when I open the fold and I saved the pictures, because I text them to the fold. The shit was so digitalized, bruh. I'm like, I'm like, yo, I know this not how Apple carrying it with Androids. I didn't do any further investigating, but I'm like, bruh, now y'all just doing this shit on purpose now. Y'all just
Yeah.
making it hard on purpose now.
Yeah. They do. I mean, sometimes like I can tell you I can give you a way around that. Um, download make like whatever picture you take on your iPhone. Make sure you got Google Photos on your Apple product. All right, and
Right.
then make sure that picture shows up in your Google Photos. Then go to your Android phone and see if it's also showing there, and just download it from there and see if that'll work for you.
I'm gonna try that because after that happened, I looked at the pictures. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on with these pictures? I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life. So what I did, I just picked up the iPhone and I saved them to my drive. Then I
Yeah,
picked up, you know what I'm saying?
that too. You could do it like
Yeah,
that too. Save it to your drive.
yeah, and then I just went ahead off there. But I'm like, bruh, Apple is really like trying to. There, it seemed like since Google started with this RCS and oh, get on RCS. iMessage is slow. iMessage is old. It seemed like Apple was like, you know what? We're gonna turn this shit up a notch. You know what I'm saying? We're
Mm.
gonna make it harder for you. It's really gonna be literally it's gonna be a damn civil war in a minute. Um, Shout out to Bradley Lurcher in the
Larcher.
chat. Shout out to Bradley. Larcher. I'm sorry, I can't read. Um, Good evening. Just tuning in. That app was making it harder for non-iOS users. This terrible practice. They're breaking things on purpose. Yeah, and that's the thing that I don't like. Like, I understand, like, okay, let's go ahead and we want to have the best. We want to keep our market share. But bro, like, when you just really inconveniencing people because you literally inconvenience me and I'm an iPhone owner. You see what I'm saying? Like, just
Yeah.
just you giving me a hard time and I done spent my money with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're aware of what's going on around you, for example, like sideloading third-party apps to try to get Android and Apple to work together, it's pretty it could be inconvenience for the average person. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I tried that new that that sideloaded that app where you can airdrop Android pictures to my computer, my Mac, and that's been
Right.
working perfectly.
What's that
That's
called?
what.
Nearby share or something?
Something like that. I have to look it up again. It's on my main desktop, but I tried it the other day. I took a couple of pictures and airdropped it to the Mac. The computer recognized that it was being airdropped, and it worked like a charm. Like it was easy. But the developer said he's trying to work on a way where he can reverse it, but it's some block features on Apple that's preventing him from getting it to
Mm.
work. Pretty much what like BG said, you know, you can Android is all open. They willing they morph and figure out ways to work with anything outside of the Android ecosystem, whereas Apple is they go out of their way to lock you in.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say. So come on, Stub. What's like your first like initial impressions? Give us the exclusive. You sitting over there,
Yeah, man. I
you know what I'm
like.
saying, playing with the motherfucker. Pause.
Hey, man. Slow that down, man. You gonna get. Hey, you gonna get Rob excited. No.
No, you don't get me excited, Pause.
No. You ain't gonna get me excited, young
Hey,
fella.
BG. I like the size.
Jesus.
Pause.
You asked for it, BG.
Hey, I like.
No,
I like the
I
Pause.
know.
bezels. The bezels are. I like the size of this phone, man. It's comfortable. It's light as hell. Feel like I could chuck it, but you got to put a Pataka case on it or Nomad or
No.
Andar.
If you gonna chuck it, you need more than Pataka.
Yeah, you're gonna need a sub case
Yeah, you're gonna need a sub
or
case.
out of box, But
I like what they did with the edges.
I put the action button. I do the camera, so the camera turns on, so that
So you can get
what's up,
straight to the
Yeah, straight to the
action.
camera. Because I never really used the alert slider on the previous iPhones, but I usually just go into the control center and put it on vibrate or do not disturb. But they got a big giant button there for the silent there, so you could just tap it on and off. Um, but I did see somebody unlocking their house with the button because they have some kind of app, I guess, that they did it through shortcuts. So the
Mm.
dude was unlocking his house with the button. He would go up to the door and go bloop, bloop.
Oh, he
But
got some nuts type stuff going on.
yeah, but that's a little dangerous because if you leave your phone somewhere, they can
Yeah.
get right into your house. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's got some upgraded features, I would think. But hey, shout out to the super chat.
Yo, I
Yeah, man. Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Appreciate the super chat is wide open. My man, Jonathan, I appreciate you for stopping through. I think Apple is on a decline. That's why these efforts into health and that's why these efforts into health and Apple TV. Do y'all think Apple is becoming like BlackBerry? I mean, not right now. I think Apple got too much of a market share right now,
Yeah,
honestly. Like they've got more so of a cult following,
yeah,
yeah, I think they are. I think as far as innovating, they are on the decline. I think a perfect example of Apple being on the decline is actually them getting into this VR stuff, that Apple Vision Pro.
yeah,
Even though it looks super like futuristic or whatever, like it's just, I feel like they just really don't want to compete with anybody at all. Like they're trying to monopolize
yeah. I
everything
think
basically. Like it's not like, yo, let's like, like let's go outside and get the fair one. It's like, no, we're gonna use everything we can in the book to make this fight unfair and because we not really, we kind of peaked to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like even the software, because and I feel like that's one of the reasons why Apple acts like it don't even see foldable devices, because they know their software is so how do you say, like iOS is really good at what it does and nothing else. You see what I'm saying? Like an
Right.
iPhone is a really good iPhone, but like it's good at exactly what it is. And outside of that, if you want anything outside of that, it's really not, it's hard to explain. You know what I mean? But it's I think they just kind of like peaked innovation, honestly. So their way of holding on, they just basically fighting to keep that market share by coming up with more stuff that alienate you if you're not in the Apple ecosystem right now.
Right.
Mm. Yeah, hey Leo, I was looking up the app, but it's called Near Drop
Near
for
drop. But
Near Drop.
it's a Apple app.
It's a third party app. You can Android police did an article on it. As it's two different quote unquote Android to Apple AirDrop side loaded apps that are out. But
Oh, I got you.
near Dr- uh
Near drop.
Near Drop is the one that only works Android to Apple, not in reverse. So if you look up, I think it's on Android Police, they got an article, and if you Google it.
Yeah, I see. I just downloaded it on the Pixel 7 Pro.
Mhm.
All right,
But
so
you gotta put it on your computer,
On the
whatever your
computer,
Mac
right? Yeah.
computer is. Yeah.
all right, so Bradley says Google should stop playing hardball. Some of their apps get updated first on iOS and even work better. Google really needs to prioritize Android, and I completely agree. And I believe that Google needs to start with the messaging app. They need to really, RCS is, is it's a hit and miss thing. Like I feel like when it comes to Google needs to see what Apple does really well, which is the messaging. iPhone to iPhone messaging, iPhone, iPad messaging is golded. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be honest. The video, all of that. They have to really implement some type of Android messaging that's just as good as if you are in the Apple ecosystem, at least between Android devices. Like all of this open, like as far as the messaging, like yo, we're not doing open source. Like this is the messaging app, this is the video app, this is the video call app type stuff. So
Right.
it could have that continuity, because that's one of the biggest reasons that people don't like Androids outside of like cliche reasons. It's like, bruh, my family, we could send each other when the baby is born. We could send a video from an iPhone to an iPhone, but as soon as you get an Android involved, the video look like a damn 24,
8-bit.
what 24p, yeah,
Mm.
VGA, you know what I'm saying?
24p.
Yeah. So that's they gotta lock it down. They can't be, they can't have a lot of third party involvement with a lot of that stuff. Vision Pro is just an expensive AR. We had Microsoft and HTC already doing it, but media is acting like Apple invented it. Hey, that's there, but that is how they do things. They act like their approach to everything is they invented everything. Basically, like their spin, the way they spin everything is like the first time you heard of it. Just like 120 hertz. 120 hertz is not 120 hertz on Apple. It's promotion. You know what I mean? And the average
Right.
person that don't pay attention, they be like, well, the display on my phone has promotion. And they don't know what the hell that means. But they just know, but technically it's mad phones that had 120 hertz already. Hangouts was perfect, but Google got bored and killed it. Like that's one thing I don't understand about YouTube and Google. Like right now we streaming on StreamYard. Google knows that live streaming is a big thing on on this YouTube platform. They need to really double down on some type of live streaming software
Software. Yeah.
from them, so we out here buying these cameras that's doing 4K, 8K, 60 frames per second, and you have a hard time finding the correct software to utilize the hardware. Like I feel like live streaming is one of these areas where software is not caught. Hardware is way past software because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
As as many 4K cameras it is out here, 4K webcams, it's hard to find a live streaming service where 4 people can live stream together at one time in 4K. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah. There's like I think it might be one or two, but it's not popular enough where it can grab a hold of a user base like StreamYard does. You
Right,
know.
exactly. And and that's just I just don't get it. It just need to be StreamYard really honestly don't need to exist. It need to be free and proprietary to YouTube. Just like they're coming out. Y'all heard about that editing software that they about to come out with by
Who
Yeah, I
YouTube?
did?
heard about that.
Huh.
Yeah, they
Did they?
I haven't read no articles on it yet. I seen somebody post it, but it's supposed to be some type of software where you can do like where you can edit your videos.
Edit
I
your
don't know if
screen.
it's yeah, online on the app, and you can like you know how if you got to make a change to a video on YouTube, it's just like you can barely do anything to a video that's already up.
That's
It's
another thing that you bring it up. That kind of jumped in my mind. You know, when you get like some type of issue with a video, let's say you got some kind of copyright strike, and they tell you all you gotta do is edit it, and you use the YouTube uh, editing software. You ever used that before inside of the studio to
yeah,
I've
try to
taken
fix a
the big.
video?
I think I took off like extra. I think I have black at the end of my video for like an extra minute.
Right.
And Alan told me. So I went in there and it actually worked.
It did.
Um,
Wow.
but it's
it
very
take two
limited.
days.
Like
Yeah.
you can't really like go into the middle of the video and take out like a flash frame or anything
Right.
like that.
Right. It's clunky. It's very clunky. And
Very clunky.
you would think that they would have something that's better equipped where you don't literally have to take down an entire video and then re-up just to fix something that might
Right.
be 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's lacking. YouTube is lacking major support software for creators.
Yeah.
You know, to a degree. I don't understand why they don't get in that lane because the easier it is to create, the easier it is to live stream, the easier, you know, the crispier you can live stream and the crispiest 4K, that's more revenue for them. You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's more watch time for them. So I mean it is what it is. Shout out to BG, Wiz, Juvie, and Lil Wayne. They in New Orleans. I'm in East Baltimore. What's up? Shout out to you. Appreciate you stopping through on a Friday night. But yeah, man. So as far as let's switch it up a little bit. Let's talk some Android stuff. So y'all excited for October 4th?
I am, man. I'm hoping. I'm praying that Pixel 8 Pro is good. That the Tensor Tree chip is solid. That they improve that processor. I'm pulling for Google, man. I hope they do well. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping they. The Watch 2 kind of scares me because it almost looks the same. Yeah, baby, Pixel.
Mhm.
But
Sure.
yeah, the watch almost looks the same.
That
Um,
look clean.
I like the Pixel Watch. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. I mean, they're gonna have the Pixel 8 and an 8 Pro. Um, hopefully they're still in that ballpark with the price because I think the price is pretty good.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I'm excited.
I was gonna say I was looking for video improvements, just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I feel like if that's one of the like I feel like if the Tensor G3 is powerful enough, they say it's supposed to be like it's something speaking straight to the thermals, a new type of packaging for the device for the processor, speaking straight to the thermals. So if it's a little bit more powerful, I feel like well, not a little bit. If it's Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 powerful, that's perfect for a
Yeah.
Pixel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
perfect for a
Right.
Pixel. And I feel like with that type of power, they could actually really dial in that video because you know how that
Right.
video gets digitized sometimes. I feel like if it is with more processing power, that video will be dialed in. Like that's the thing. I think that's where Google could really kill it. Like they
Right.
already kill it on the photos. So if you got a better performing phone that flows better in that camera system and you get better pictures, then at the same time you could really step that video up. It,
Right.
you know, if
If
that'll
they can just
get
get, like you
rave
said, to Gen
reviews.
1, like you said, they can get to Gen 1 power. They don't have to catch up to everybody else. Just get to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 level, and they have a winner without a doubt.
For real, and yeah, because that was a pretty smooth processor. Shout out to Bradley. I'm excited. I want the blue Pixel 8 Pro. Yeah, that's a dope blue that they leaked. Nothing wrong with the Pixel Watch 2 looking the same, just as Apple Watch 9 generations later, and they look the same. Yeah, but they got to make a bigger damn watch, Bradley, because that watch don't. That's not big enough, and it's one size, and it's not one size fits all. So
Yeah.
you need to get give somebody a little,
Hey now.
give me a little something that I could, you know what I mean, work with. You know what I mean? Because on my wrist, I mean, I say this, my Pixel Watch passes when I got the little sub case on there, the little rugged case. But if it was a little bit bigger, just a tad bit bigger, it would look way better on my wrist.
Make it look like a
Um,
real timepiece.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's kind of like almost it's so small and being one size is kind of giving off like a Fitbit vibes. You know what I mean? Just a
Yeah.
little bit over a Fitbit, and the price is more than more than that. They asking for a decent amount of money for that watch, so I think they just stepped it up just a little bit. Pixel has Pixel on lock. They need better video, especially at night. For sure. For sure. If they could get the video just almost on par with the photography, bruh, it would be, you know what I mean? People be going nuts. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
Because
photography is bar none, man. I'll be honest. The Pixel has so. I mean, S23 Ultra was pretty good too. With that 10x zoom. So I mean, all these companies are bringing some really great cameras, but Pixel does need to get to that level with the video, because that's the
Just stick
one.
to it.
Yeah, it's there's
Don't
something
give
there that
up.
is needed. You know,
Yeah. Don't
for
give up, Google. Just keep
don't give up,
plodding
man.
yeah,
away.
don't give. That's one that, and that's the main thing I said. Listen, keep bringing everything back that y'all
Yep,
bought out this year. Keep bringing that shit back every year.
yep,
Don't let nothing disappear. Bring a fold back next year. Bring a
Don't get
watch back next
frustrated.
year. Yeah, don't get frustrated and be like, oh well, this program is canceled.
yeah.
Black Knight is
Like
canceled. You know what I'm
like Google
saying?
Right.
Hangouts. Oh man.
Just,
Right,
they
right,
just,
right.
just, they just got to keep plugging along because it takes a while to get into the public's mind.
Right.
Keep going. Just keep going.
They
That's
need
all they
me.
got to do.
They need
It'll
me
pay
in
off.
there. So
Huh?
I tell them what to do. I show them how to get it done for real.
Yeah, bro. Hire
For the
the
low price of $200,000 a year.
Hey,
And
they
a
got a
take home
nice little
car.
they got a nice little signature look they done developed. So they done got one part of the battle won. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you can get somebody, even if somebody hating on you, if they recognize the phone, that's a good thing.
yeah.
Whether they
Right.
like it or hate it. Oh, you got a Google Pixel phone. Oh, okay, well, you recognize what it is. All right,
You
well,
already
we in the
know what it
ballpark.
is.
Right.
Exactly.
Instead of,
They doing that well. They did
yeah,
that well across all the series, even the A series, looking like a Pixel. You know what I'm saying? Not
right,
making that just a peasant looking phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that
right.
they got all some type of symmetry going on.
Right. Just look at, it's always a bright side. So even if they hating on your phone, at least they know, at least they calling it by its name.
Exactly. So I feel like they dial that video in, get rid of them, you know what I mean, them little thermal issues, them little thermal hiccups.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I want to know is did they change the modem though? Because that's a lot. I see that like so much in my comment sections. I just want to make sure I would like for them to like upgrade the modem. I think that the modem that they basically working with in the Pixels is an older type modem. And I think
Yeah.
that's why sometimes that 5G, because I've heard people say I cut off 5G and I never ever had an issue with my Pixel once I cut the 5G off.
Mm.
And that could be, that could be a source of the issues. And everybody not gonna have these issues, but these issues are they, it are some there are some issues that are present that I feel like, and it's not, it's not me knocking them. I want them to clean it up because I really like I would love to have a dialed in fucking Pixel 8 Pro with the pictures and the videos and just sharing all the pictures and just going crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I'm not having no issues, not really, not worrying about it overheating and getting a scroll circle when I'm trying to go from taking a picture to editing. You know what I mean? Like they just got to make that operation flaw. They got a lot of good things about them. They just got to make the operation a little bit more flawless. Nothing is gonna ever be perfect, but it's definitely it's definitely a little bit of stuff that they could clean up that'll put them in a whole different atmosphere as far as phone manufacturers go in 2023.
Well, hey, check out the comments real quick, BZ.
Let me go to the comments. Pixel has pics on lock. They need better video, especially at night. Yeah, we went over that. Bradley says Google got that pixel recognition now. They're in the NBA, music, and now soccer with a couple English teams. Yeah, they've been doing on the PR side.
Yeah.
Google has been blazing a mother in trail. They've been at the BT Awards, the NBA playoffs. They at every damn music festival. So they, as far as that side goes, they
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 gotta
they're
keep
going in the
going.
right direction, but
Yeah.
you just got to
That
give people that thing. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Once they
that
once they
budget that budget got us though. Team Pixel.
Hmm.
uh,
Well, that's another story.
that's another story. That's a
Hey,
you
that
know
that NBA that Giannis budget, they were like
yeah
Android stud or
yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, we're gonna send him the fold.
See, look,
Yeah,
that's
bro,
how it
for
goes
sure.
sometimes.
But
For
like I
real.
said, they gotta keep pushing ahead with the advertisement. Like I said, right now, they just they into that phase, who this new kid on the block phase, and they just gotta keep going, man. Sometimes you gotta weather the storm before people really start appreciating you.
Yeah,
Right.
so what is this thing about the new G5 that they're gonna supposedly it's Google's first fully custom Pixel chip.
Oh, you just
Um,
read something new?
yeah,
Oh, that's
I don't think
coming
it's new.
later.
I don't think it's new. It's coming in 2025. I guess it's
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
their um
Maybe
it's
they
from a
changing the
company
name of it.
called TSMC or something.
I don't like
TS.
how they leaked that because it made me feel like we should be letting them. It feel like oh well, we just basically we slacking until we do this.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
what
they're
I
gonna
don't like. That's how
replace
that kind of
Samsung.
sound a little bit to me.
Yeah, they're gonna replace Samsung as their chip maker with this
Oh, that's
company
okay. I knew that company name sound familiar.
TSMC. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a Taiwanese company.
Oh yeah, they did. They did they do the stuff for Huawei.
Right.
They do the stuff for they did Huawei's chip in their last foldable, I believe, or they did at Xiaomi's. No, it was Huawei because I was
It
watching
could be
Ben's
Huawei.
Gadgets. It's
Oh,
a manufacturer that manufactured chips for Huawei because Huawei couldn't get the
oh,
processors from
oh.
companies
Oh,
over
yeah, that's
here
right.
or so it was it's a so it's a company over there. I believe it's a company in China or something like that, and whatever. But so
It's a Taiwanese. I'm Google. It's a Taiwanese Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited. That's what it stands for.
oh,
Right.
okay.
Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company
Yeah,
Limited.
I sent you the article in Telegram if you want to look at it. But it's an older article. It came out in the summer, but just I hope they keep pushing towards keeping to build their own chip. Um, I think Google's a big company, but the thing we got to remember, man, it's their first custom chip. Yeah, the Tensor chip was okay. Tensor 2. Now we're gonna get 3 and 4. and then the G5 and this 2025 from this other company. So, we just have to see if they get better. If they get better every year, hopefully. Um, but the modem wasn't better in the Pixel 7 Pro than it was in the 6 Pro, or you guys think it was still bad or not as good? I guess.
Not as good.
Right.
It was. It really didn't. I mean, it didn't get far. It didn't age well. I tell you that. It's like the phone is like fluid and good till it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then you're trying to get a signal. Yeah, you're right.
It's like it's a good phone till it's not a good phone. Like it's like, yeah, everything is good, everything is nice, everything is together. And then all of a sudden, bam, I'm overheating. Help, help, help. Alert, alert, alert type shit. So I mean, it's a fluid ass phone, bro. Like I find myself managing at one point I found myself managing my Pixel 7 Pro. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it was just like I knew exactly how to use it to not make it angry. You know what I mean? And
Hey,
that's how.
while everybody here, do me a quick favor and hit that like button real quick while
Yeah,
y'all here.
man. Like it up.
Just
Yeah.
just hit
Go
that
ahead,
like
like
button
it
real
up.
quick.
Like
Just
it up, like it
minimize the
up, like
chat
it
for a
up.
hot second. Minimize the chat for a second. Hit the like button and jump back on with us.
Smash that motherfucker. Report. Okay, here we go. Google's first fully customizable Tensor G5. So y'all looking forward to it. Shout out to Sean O is in the building.
What
Where
up,
you been
Sean
Sean?
at,
O,
Sean
bro.
O? You just getting here? Oh yeah, we got something for you, my
Well, it's
brother.
5 o'clock, man. It's 5 o'clock out in Cali, man.
That's
Man,
Six
true.
listen,
o'clock, man.
man.
6 o'clock.
All right, look, all right,
You
all right.
probably
I give
rushing
you a
home from
pass just
work.
because I give you a pass because Rob said so. But next time, don't
Ne-
do that, Sean.
Next time you cracking your knuckles with the ruler.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put your hands out. Yes. So it's like TSMC. Bradley says TSMC is from Taiwan. Apple, Qualcomm, and MediaTek use them. Google would have used them quicker, but Apple and MediaTek bought all of the 3 nanometer chips. Her even Qualcomm had to go back to Samsung.
Wow.
Oh, so they've been under a crunch type deal. Yeah, but this is them, and we getting a tons of G5s. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully this don't mean okay, but y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta hold up. The tens ain't gonna get good till
Yeah, Google was
2025.
slow. Google was
No,
slow, man.
bro.
They should have jumped on that chip. They could have had it next year.
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. But hopefully, well, so basically, what we getting is basically a little bit more bumped up Exynos than the Exynos that we already got in the tens of
Right.
G3.
And then we get a little more Exynos next year, and then hopefully 2025 we get the G5.
Wow,
Okay.
I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't expect. I was, I was. I'm sitting here like at first, and I had to be realistic with myself. At first, I was like, "Yo, this motherfucker probably gonna be competing with the Snapdragon Gen 8. I mean, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and all this." But I'm like, bruh, let me be. If we could just get a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, we'd be perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's all they got to do. They ain't got to. I mean, don't get into a battle that nobody's going to notice you're winning.
Right.
Only us
Right.
techies. You know what I'm saying? Just get it functioning at a high level. Don't get into a battle that nobody know what you're talking about. You couldn't even market that.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. But what y'all want to talk about? We got about 5 more minutes, so we gotta get up out of here. Rob,
Uh,
you got the floor. Go
well,
ahead
I
and
mean,
do the hammer dance. That was your time period.
it's me and
Bust out
Leo's
the
time
hammer
period.
dance. When you
Hey,
was going out, Rob, what was the scene like in Detroit? Like when you was a young Thundercat?
I was like, oh man, you really gonna go there? I was one of them cats that was like, you know, rap had people split up in two different sides. You had the NWA, everybody wearing a Raiders hat. Then you had the other half where everybody was kind of like dressing like De La Soul. If you know who De La Soul is, everybody, hippies
Okay.
and the black medallions and all that stuff, and the girls had all the bandanas tied around their head, looking with the
Look at
with the
BG.
with the clothes bought from the secondhand stores, looking real cute and everything. And then you had the guys that was wearing them Levi's with the top 10 Adidas and Raiders hats and what have you. So yeah, it's like that.
What side you was on? You ain't had a cardboard spinning
Not
on your
my
head
brother.
and
My
all that?
brother was a cardboard aficionado. He had a linoleum though. He has linoleum rolled up.
Damn.
Mm.
And
He
then
was hey,
So
he
he
was one
walked
of them.
around with it.
Hey, he
yeah,
So
was
he
one of them.
older or younger than you?
he
He was
younger.
fancy break dancer.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah,
he
yeah.
oh, you
He
could
was
spin like
younger.
a motherfucker on linoleum. God
Yeah.
damn.
Hey, that was the cheat code right there, bro.
That was a cheat code. I was like, man, I was playing sports. I was doing my thing. I was on the basketball courts all the time, constantly hanging out with some cats. And, I spent most of my days playing ball. But when I was in my, street clothes, I was like, it's kind of weird. I kind of started off on the De La Soul side and then moved over to like the NWA where I started sporting Raider hats when we started going to DC a lot. We used to go to DC for Howard's homecoming. We used to drive down there. So
Damn. That's what's up.
yeah.
That's a
That's crazy. So
good old
Android
days
stud.
right there.
Like I know, like how was like when you was a young because you always lived in Miami.
Yeah.
So you ever seen a speedboat that might like that you possibly thought had like the
Little extra. Little
yeah,
extra.
when I always you ever seen something like that? Like what was it like when you was like in like maybe like coming of age or like a young Thundercat,
Oh
in
man, I tell
Miami?
you, boy, I grew up in the '80s, so we had all the cocaine cowboys, and
Oh, shit.
I mean, it was Miami was crazy, drug dealers. I mean, you name it. But we used to break dance. I used to have the cardboard and get into all the rapping and stuff. But yeah, Miami was foul in the '80s, bro. I'm telling you, that was. Whew, that was
Yeah.
That's
that was a
crazy.
crazy time.
Like
Yeah, it was
Liberty City
crazy
and
all
all
over.
that.
Hell yeah,
Listen,
that was
So
nut.
BG, how was it with you when you was a young Thundercat going to all the
um,
Taylor Swift concerts and B2 what's the girl what's some boy groups out
Oh, the
yeah,
NSYNC.
it was
in sync
wild,
and all of
man.
them?
It was wild. I
Was it?
come up
No,
a little rough.
that was New
Coming up in
Edition,
the
right?
2000s. I'm joking.
New Edition two
Yeah.
way back for you, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to when I was like probably like young, like when I first started out, really like excuse me, getting out the house and all that. Me and my little crew, I get the minivan because my pops had a minivan at the time, right? So I take the minivan out, go pick up, you know what I'm saying, go hook up with the fellas. Then, I was like probably six. I was tall. I'm big as hell. So I was probably like 6'4" when I was 18. So I go into the, you know how Baltimore is. Everything behind bulletproof glass. So
Yeah.
it was this one liquor store that it was this lady though. She would always let me, she looked out for me. I go, you know what I'm saying? We'd be out in the minivan and we go, everybody would go, I would go to the bar, right? I would get a half a pint of Parmesan. Everybody get their own half a pint of Parmesan and a pint of banana red mad dog. Then we'd go over to 7-Eleven that was right near the bar and we'll pour them. Everybody had their own cup. It'd be mixed, mad dog and Parmesan. And that's what we'd
God.
drink, right? So pretty much we was like fucking crackheads, you know what I'm saying? On
Yeah.
fucking demon time after we drunk that shit. But I mean, it was I never crashed the minivan. I say that. I got the minivan home like it was supposed to get home, but the
Hey,
shit was crazy, man. It shit was
hey,
crazy, man.
now when everybody got in your van, did you make them chip in for gas? And how much did it cost to fill up the minivan?
Man,
Because
this
like,
one thing man, listen, right? So like after I got rid of the minivan, right? I had my father, he gave me I had a 91 Cadillac Fleetwood Brown. So, I was broke. Like I was in between jobs when I was like 18. Like all high school, I worked at Wendy's. But for some reason, I just stopped. Once I got a car and I had the freedom, I didn't want to go to work no more. So, so I was fucking broke, right? Till I started like, really working or whatever. But man, motherfuckers give you $5 worth of gas and think you can ride around all night,
Oh,
right?
for real?
One
I
now let
know.
time,
me tell you something, dog. Now let me tell you something. It's funny you say that. $5 will fill my tank up. I had a '79 Mustang Fastback.
No way. $5?
Yep.
shit, not that fleet. I had a fucking digital dash on my in my lack, and it would just get so low. Like one time I remember like me and a couple of my homeboys, we was bored, we was riding around. They gave me some gas money, so I get the racing this other car. Like I get the racing the car right now. I'm in a fucking big ass Cadillac trying to race. I burnt all the gas. All the gas got burnt out of the car, right? So I'm like, y'all gotta take y'all home because this bitch about to cut off. You know what I'm saying? They like, damn, we would just put some gas in here. They was like, mother, because you was trying to race. They was bad. Like, why did you burn all the gas like that or whatever, right? So anyway, but I mean, I had some crazy times in that car. Like that car used to overheat. I would pull up to my house and we had a little water hose in the front. I would just spray the engine down with the hose and put some
Mm.
water in the radiator. Like one time, like we tried to holler at some girls one time. Like, like we driving. So I don't see that the car overheating or smoking because the wind. So we pull up on some girls one time. The fucking when I pull up, they like they actually walked over to the car, right? And I didn't know. I'm like, oh shit, they walked over to the car. And it was like, do you need some help? Your car's smoking. Ew. That shit
Oh
was
man.
it
All
was
right.
like because
Hey, go ahead.
I'm just saying that shit was crazy though.
That was crazy.
That's funny. Hey, I don't know if you want to take it to the chat before we
Yeah,
call
I'm
it.
gonna take it to the chat before we get up out of here, man. Shout out to my project for coming through, man. I see you, my boy.
Yeah, man.
Uh Shout out to the Rocksteady
Munchie.
Bebop crew. Oh, okay,
Munchie.
we
Munchie.
got Munchie. Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay. So let's take it back to the chat one time. Google slacking as always, dragging their behind with their pixels, all this advertising the product which has a bad modem and heats up. Damn, Munchie. You ain't pulling no punches. Shout out to
No,
my guy
Munchie's
Munchie.
on.
My project said, "How's the iPhone crew?" We in the building. I'm
You in
still
the
looking.
building,
I'm
bro?
still from last year. My project.
Yeah,
I
my
ain't.
order
I ain't
too.
upgrading this year. I'm still. We still. Rob got the 15 coming. Android still got the 15 Pro here on deck tonight. How's the B-boy back in the 80s with the Portland City Breakers? Oh,
Uh-oh.
I was a
Uh-oh.
Portland City Breaker band in the 80s. Once a B-boy, always a B-boy. All right, well, shit. Get the goddamn if you got the iPhone, put it in ProRes and put that goddamn slow
Get that
motion on.
cardboard.
Yeah, get that
Yeah, bro.
cardboard.
Don't pull a hamstring or anything. Just
He just
Don't
gotta
get
warm up.
you don't
He
even
just
have
gotta
to
he
warm up.
said
spin.
just
Don't,
gotta warm.
He just
yeah,
gotta warm up. That's
just
all. You know how you
stretch
gotta
out,
roll your ankles. Make
warm
sure
up.
your tendies.
You ain't even got to spin, bro. Just do a couple steps, and then that's
Yeah.
good.
Don't go out crazy and then go out like Aaron Rodgers. As
Oh
soon as you
man.
get out there, just you know what I'm saying, mess your damn ankle or Achilles up.
Right.
Bradley says we don't have 5G, so never experience modem issue with my Pixel 6. Oh, so like I said, some people that don't get 5G, they don't have no issues for real. Uh Shout out to the Rocksteady crew and the New York City Breakers. So my man, my project was official. Like I'm gonna need to see some footage or some pictures of an old gold rope or something, my boy.
The old
You
gold
know
rope.
he had that rope.
Yeah.
Put on
Yes,
put on your
sir.
Instagram, you know.
Put it
Yeah.
on the Twitters.
Do like a
Nothing
throwback.
like
Do a black and white holding the iPhone, new iPhone with your
We
B
want to
boy
see. Hey, we
gear.
want to see some break dancing pictures with the Polaroid.
Oh man,
nothing like the Kazoo and Kango wear.
no,
But
Oh, the Kango. Remember those? Damn.
that
it's
was
gazelle glasses.
Gazelle. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that is. That's a little bit more
Gazelle glasses.
before my time.
I can see. I
Um,
can see my
Like
project wearing
DMC,
them
the
Z
glasses,
Cavariccis.
I
the
know the big
DMC.
joints. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about, like the big square looking joints when
Yeah.
they had the
yeah.
rope chains, the Dookie chains, and the Adidas with no shoestrings and all that.
Oh dang, he
But
said he was a
Helicopter, bro.
helicopter king. Oh, he was doing that.
Helicopter,
Where you
bro. He was
spin.
coming. He was swinging them legs.
Yeah,
BG.
when you got the legs up in the
oh,
V
so he
formation.
got to get a running start.
Yeah, man.
I get that momentum. But damn, I think we're gonna go ahead and land the plane right now, right here. I appreciate everybody coming through tonight. Um, you know, just trying to be consistent. It
Yep.
was a new time. We was a little bit earlier, but we in and out like a robbery. I got a couple things lined up.
Yeah.
So
8 o'clock will be the new start time though.
okay, 8 o'clock for sure.
That's
Y'all
good.
heard it. Meet us there. Don't meet us there. Put the reminder in your
8 to 9
phone right
is
now.
perfect.
Put the reminder in your phone right now. 8 o'clock. Team
8 o'clock,
100.
baby. We coming at you.
Next week, I'm gonna do something wild that y'all never seen before. So y'all better come back if you want to see it. Cause I'm gonna do
That's
something
it.
that you ain't never seen somebody do on live stream.
Shout out
You know what I
to
mean?
Forbes, the new grandfather to be. Shout
Yeah,
out to
man.
Grandfather to
him.
be, Grandpa 4B.
Folds.
Shout out the tech gentleman who has an iPhone. Also, we'll get him probably here next week.
Oh yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to
Hey,
Mr.
he's
Phone
not on the
Tech at
stream
work.
because he's playing with the iOS
Yeah,
17.
yeah, he trying
Right.
to figure it out. He trying to figure out how to get the video onto a PC laptop right now. Probably having a damn
He's
headache.
trying to figure out iMessage.
Yeah. Oh, it ain't iMessage. Oh, you got to go in the messages, bro, and cut that on. That iMessage just don't be on out the box. But
Yeah,
Right.
once he gets locked into that, he done.
right. Yeah, they be trying to kidnap you in there, stud. But y'all want to do y'all outros?
Oh, all right. I'll start. Shout out to everybody out there. Appreciate the support I've been getting on the channel. And again, shout out to BG. You guys can follow me on my socials on Instagram, Threads, and I ain't too much on X as much, but if you do send a message, I will respond at RP3_reviews. They go stud.
Yeah, this is Android Stud. Check me out on the channel. I'm gonna be showing off this beauty right here, the white titanium. Got some cases coming through next week. Check me out. I'll also be on X and Instagram. Yeah, that'll do it, man. Just check me out on the channel. Be showing off. I still got some fold stuff coming too. So looking forward to Android 14. Hopefully it drops. We can make it pop on that Pixel 7 Pro. And I heard some good stuff with the Pixel Fold. I don't know if you guys heard, but
Yeah.
Some with the aspect ratio and some of the apps. So that'll improve that device. So that's good for all those Pixel Fold users.
All right. Well, it's your boy BG. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed, man. I appreciate y'all stopping through. It's your guy BG. I come in peace. Follow me on Threads, Instagram, Twitter, BG_Tech Life. This is Team 100. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Mm.